Today I would like to talk a little bit about Compound and last changes that was made in the protocol during the governance process. If you don't know Compound, it is the leading platform in DeFi space. This is the decentralized marketplace that connects people that want to earn interest based on their savings and people that I want to borrow crypto or stable coins for investment purpose. So this is like the basic bank when some people provide money to get interest and other people want to borrow money and they are able to pay interest as well. And in the bank there is the bank, the middleman. The middleman here is the protocol smart contract, so there is like no fees for third parties. So when you go to Compound markets, then you see current interest rate, current yield for each coin, each market. We see some stable coins and we see some tokens. One of most interesting is WrappedBTC. And you can see this is the interest you get if you supply money, and this is the interest you pay if you borrow money. You see for US dollar you have like around 2% annual yield, kind of saving account. But as you probably know, in June MetaMask in June Compound introduced its token distribution. Governance token comp is distributed for the users on regular basis, and we have this page that describes current status of distribution of token. But before that, the token distribution changed last week. The rules for distribution changed a lot. We have this distribution patch proposal. It was passed at the beginning of the month. As you see, like almost everyone voted for this proposal. And what this proposal changed? It changed the distribution mechanism. Before that, there was the weight based on borrow interest rate. Right now, the batch of comp tokens are distributed equally to each market based on each size. So we have markets and we have sites, how much money are supplies, how much is borrowed, and we sum it up, and based on that assign the correct amount of tokens to be distributed. And as you see, right now the biggest supply in the borrow market is stablecoin DAI, and you can see the biggest distribution per day, over 2,200 comp tokens per day going to this market. And what is interesting, each market has two sides, supply and demand, supply and borrow, and it's always divide equals. So half of that tokens goes to supply, half of that tokens go to borrow side, and always there will be bigger supply than borrow. This is how it works. You cannot borrow more money than you have, at least in the centralized way. In bank you can, but in smart contracts there is over collateralization and you cannot do that. So it's always better condition, better distribution for borrow, and this is annual yield based on the token distribution. So when you go back to the markets, so when you put DAI on the compound saving account, you get like 10% because of the market itself, and also you get 12% in comp token. Of course, both here the newer rate and here it's not fixed. It's changing all the time. You need to remember about that. But as a result, you have 14% yearly return from saving account. So it's awesome. But as you see, that you pay almost 6% to borrow USDC, but you get 11% as a reward in token distribution. So you make profit by borrowing. So people use this mechanism to put money on the saving account, then borrow another, put on saving account, and repeat many times. And right now, because of that the biggest markets we have in the stable coins, and there is like stable value more or less between them. So the best we can do, we can put our buy DAI and put it on the saving account to get 14% daily, then use it as a collateral to borrow USDC coin and get like 5% yearly, then exchange this USD coin to DAI, put this DAI on the saving account again, and repeat process few times. And based on that, we can have quite risk-safe saving account with like 50-60% annual return. So it's something very interesting. It's a big opportunity. I'm curious how sustainable it will be. And let's go back to governance process. There was very interesting proposal last days. It's fate. It was about using WrappedBTC as collateral with collateral factor to 65%. Right now you can put WrappedBTC on the saving account. You can borrow it. But if you put WrappedBTC saving account, you cannot use it as collateral for your borrows, unfortunately. And there was proposal to change that. That way, you would be able to deposit your bitcoins. Based on that, take a borrow in DAI, put it on the saving account, and repeat the process that I mentioned before, that take a borrow in USDC, convert to DAI, and repeat, and you can farm much more. Right now it is not possible, but from the comments, probably it will be possible soon, maybe with smaller collateral factor. The problem right now is like small liquidity in this decentralized liquidity from WrappedBTC, but it probably will change future as we can go to WrappedBTC dashboard. We can see there's like more and more WrappedBTC coins every day. You see CoinList is the biggest issuer of WrappedBTC right now. You see few hundreds like every day. And I think CoinList is not the centralized, but it is probably the easiest and the cheaper way to convert your real Bitcoin to WrappedBTC. So you can use it. Okay, so we cannot use our Bitcoin in compound for optimize yield farming. We can just put it on the saving account, get 1% based on the market, and based on the governance token 1%, and yeah, so it's like 1%. So but we can use Maker, can go Oasis app, borrow DAI, and then you can use I don't have a wallet on this browser. But if you have a wallet, you can connect the wallet and you can create DAI based on WrappedBTC. And right now you pay for that annually 2%. So you create some DAI 2%. Let's imagine you put one Bitcoin is like 9,000 US dollars. To be safe, you can create based on that 3,000 US dollars to not be afraid of price going down and be liquidated. And then this DAI, you can go again to Compound, make a deposit, then borrow USDC, make a deposit, and repeat this process for your profit. So I think this is a very interesting opportunity, especially after this governance change last week, when we can leverage dollar with USD, dollar DAI with USDC. So this leverage is quite safe. Like stablecoins, they shouldn't change the value to itself too much, especially that there's a problem with DAI going up, being too expensive, which is like safe for us because we have our collateral in DAI. So this is very interesting stuff. That's all for now. If you want to learn more about DeFi, like basic stuff, most useful protocol like Compound itself, like Maker, like Aave, like Synthetics, then I would recommend you to use link in description and sign up to my free webinar series about DeFi that starts later this month.